Om Ajnana-timirandasya Gyananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this ashram on Ultadanga Road is a very, very historical place. Many, many great personalities also met Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur at this place. We were just reading the other day how one of the greatest freedom fighters, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, also came there to ask Bhaktisiddhanta to give me some of your young men, because I need these young men to fight for the freedom of India. And Bhaktisiddhanta said, you know this verse, Yam Yam Vapi Smaram Bhavam, whatever you think of at the time of death, you'll attain that state of being. He said, yes, I know this verse. So you believe in reincarnation? He said, of course, what Hindu doesn't? Huh? Then what would happen, since you're meditating so much on the British, that you come back in England? Will you still fight for India's independence? Or will you fight to dominate the Indians? And Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose was taken aback. No one had ever challenged him like that. He said, I never thought about it like that. So Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada said, please don't put your eyes on these boys. They're training up for the highest welfare. Because I'm not concerned for a certain group of people who in this particular incarnation call themselves Indians. But I'm concerned for every living entity in the whole universe, that they reestablish their lost connection with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So in that very same place, very historical event took place, was Prabhupada's friends had met Srila Bhaktisiddhanta and were very impressed by him. So they wanted Abhai's opinion, because they respected. He was a leader amongst his friends. So they wanted his opinion about this sadhu. But he said, I have seen so many sadhus. My father used to invite all these sadhus. They come and take prasad and go out and smoke bidis and do all kinds of things. He said, no, this one's different. I've seen them all. Anyway, against his will, he went there. His friends dragged him there, as Prabhupada describes it. And Bhaktisiddhanta was describing the importance of preaching the message of Bhagavad Gita. And Srila Prabhupada, just like anyone in India at that time, we couldn't imagine anyone disagreeing with him, said, we're a dominated country. Who will hear our words? Let us change, let us get our freedom, and then people will listen to us. And Bhaktisiddhanta very revolutionarily said, the message of Mahaprabhu is so important, it doesn't depend upon the change of some temporary political system. It is very, very urgent. Right now it needs to be done. And Prabhupada had never been defeated. So he was taken aback. And he had no response, but he realized he'd been defeated. And he realized that, then I realized that the message of Mahaprabhu is in a very wonderful hands. And he told Prabhupada, you're young, intelligent men, you should preach this message of Bhagavad Gita in the English-speaking world. And Prabhupada was shocked. He had never met this fellow, and already he's telling him to go and preach. But that seed was planted there in Ultadanga Road that changed the whole course of the world. So it is very, very wonderful and very, very historical that ISKCON has been able to liberate this place, and now we can develop it very nicely for the pleasure of all the Vaishnavas of the universe. Hare Krishna.